Okay, so now I've kind of cleared up the confusion behind this bromide. It's actually the Japanese version of the game I'm playing, and it seems like Working Designs changed the location of every single one of these bromides, so I can't get this one until later in the game. So I have to go through a couple more dungeons and story events to be able to get to that point, so might as well just continue on. I want to go to Tamura, I guess. They changed this one, the next one, and then a couple others, and I am not sure how you would be able to figure that out without buying the guide. A lot of people accused Working Designs of doing things like this to actually sell the guidebook. My friend had it, and I think I used it in my first playthrough, but somehow I still botched. Or maybe I didn't, because I do recall playing through this game like 2 times, and that's my extent of playing through Lunar, the Silver Star story. There is not really that technical of a game. Do I have to... I guess I have to do the whole thing again. Spinny thing, star, sun, moon. Right? No? It's the other way? Alright, there we go. So now I just have to figure out how to get to, what's-his-face. Oh, it's the other side. I think I'm supposed to be in here. Because all that stuff was just an extra excursion to, I suppose, give him time to build the airship. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that stuff until a little later in the game. So I'm just going to ignore it for now. Burninate them all. And hopefully I'm right on track on getting these other accessories and everything. Wow, Mia, don't just kill them all at once. But yeah, they changed so much, like, obviously the bromides. I've been using some maps to navigate, even though I don't really need them. Everything is so easy to navigate as it is. It's like hard to miss stuff. Like you would know if you went on a no, what am I doing? Maybe I'm doing something right. Maybe. Don't quite remember all my way through here. But yeah, most of the things that they've changed treasure chest wise are every chest that I've seen here, I have got double the money that they've listed it as. But everything else has been the same. I don't know why they cut the money in half. Maybe because it's too easy to get money as is. I don't know if they fiddled with the XPs, but the XPs and monies, but it's easy enough to get through this game. It's not it's a pretty linear game that it's not hard to get through this. Despite that, I still screwed up my first playthrough. I think I missed the healing ring that's going to be coming up. I think I'm going to either nab it in this episode or a couple episodes later. But yeah, I think I missed that, which made the end game a little bit more difficult. It's not impossible, but it's better when you have HP regen on every party member, and then you could just double stack that with Jessica's Saint Litany. But one of the other major changes that Working Designs made was that they made the bosses scale with your level. And I don't know how difficult they're supposed to be, but it looks like everything's static and maybe a little easier. So what happened in the Working Designs thing is that most casual players in RPGs, when they get in a part that they get stuck in, they just grind for more levels to get a little stronger. And that really is just a Dragon Quest strategy, because levels really matter in that game. Outside of that, I don't see the point in leveling up in RPGs, because you could just use strategy and tactics. Like, you could use a buff or debuff spell. Like this game is pretty pretty well into that. You know, I've had to use the buffs to go through boss battles. It just makes them easier. Alex has that. Alex and Kyle have the strength buff, and then Mia has it as well, and she has a defense buff. But it's kind of like the argument that people use against Final Fantasy VIII, that leveling up punishes you. Which it really doesn't, because when you get in battles in Final Fantasy VIII, I don't know if a large segment of people notice this, but there are not many enemies in the battles in that game. I think you'll encounter 3 enemies at the most, and I think it's because they wanted to go for a more realistic approach, so they used more polygons and everything. You can see that they kind of reverted that back in Final Fantasy IX. But usually it's just you fight one big strong monster, and that's it. And so they kind of had to figure out a way to make the game still challenging, I suppose. But most players are like, oh, this just punishes you for leveling up. Which, okay, but... Now maybe I should just be saving Nash's MP for when Mia runs out. But I just don't find it that much of a punishment, if you will. Same thing happens in Final Fantasy Tactics, and I think a few other games I've played where they just level up with you. I think it's just in Final Fantasy Tactics, for instance, is definitely a method to discourage power leveling. But all the story battles are still static levels, so you can just level up to 99 and then win the game, I guess. But yeah, they just leveled up with you in this one. Now in Eternal Blue, they dropped that mechanic. I don't know why, but yeah, I guess it came from on high, and you know, there's this weird file inside the game files that it just says all work and no play makes Tim a dull boy, and like, I wasn't the one who found it, but somebody just posted about it in the modding Discord. And like, I just started watching that
Check this out.
making of Lunar from when Working Designs released it, and like one of their lead programmers named Tim something, I cannot pronounce this last name. When you have like 3 or 4 consonants in a row, I think it just should be like banned and stuff. But yeah, I think it's just referring to him, and he just left that in there as an Easter egg. Alright. I don't know how to get to this asshole. Like, why do I forget the way through this every time?
Check this out.
Get him, Jessica. But yeah, I think the accusations that they did that just to sell their guidebook are maybe fair, because it's a lot easier to just stumble on them in the original Japanese version, the bromides, that is. And like, I think I saw that word first time when I was playing Chrono Trigger, and I was like, what the hell is a bromide? I don't really see it anywhere else other than like chemistry, or you're like, what? They're just talking about chemistry? But no, they're just sexy pics of the girls in this game's case. There are ones of the guys in Lunar 2. And I'll probably end it at that. Not the video, but... yeah. I'll pick those up later. I'm more worried about the accessories because a lot of these accessories are pretty nebulous to find. You have to be really like anal retentive to get them. Especially because, you know, they changed the dialogue for the NPCs in the working designs version, so it's just not even fun to talk to them because they just put in a bunch of pop culture references that have aged poorly. Like, if somebody from Generation Z or a 5-year-old pick up this game, they're just gonna be like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, I don't even watch commercials anymore, and the one with the Tootsie, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll, like, what the hell are they talking about? It's just, it would be a very confusing experience, I think. That's like them just coming out with the game today and putting in Skibbity toilet references, and then everybody be like, what? Holy shit, how do I fucking get to Myght? I guess I'm gonna have to ride the elevator down another level. I'm just gonna cut out the rest of this until I figure it out. Might have actually fucked up by going down a level. Well, the first time, that is. Alright, let's accelerate. I forgot about that again. Go away, Hat Man. Alright, let's go. I found it. Alright, let's save an 8. You've returned, and you've brought more people with you? Bah, just tell them to stay out of my way. The damned airship isn't done yet, but it'll be finished by the morning. I'll be upstairs making final adjustments, so stay up here and don't touch anything. And that goes for your pack of sweet-smelling friends as well. Nya. He's even more charming than you made him out to be, Alex. By the way, did he happen to mention where we're supposed to sleep in here? It's alright, Nash. I'm sure he'll warm up to us in time. Let's find a place to rest. Yeah, doing that pro wrestler voice for, what's-his-face Tempest was really wrecking my throat. Let's talk to Nash and Mia. Tomorrow we see the frontier. Aren't you scared, Mia? I know things you don't, Mia. I know for a fact that Galleon is immensely strong. Much stronger than you, Alex, or anyone else believes. Oh, Nash, you're so silly. If we choose to fight him, Mia, we're all going to die. Triple ellipsis. You're probably right, Nash, and I am scared. So why are you fighting? Because it's my duty, Nash. It's my duty as the next leader of the Magic Guild to protect the goddess from harm. That's right, Mia. You're the next leader of the guild. That's why you can't just throw your life away like Alex and the others. Why don't you stay here, Mia? I'll fight Galleon in your name. Just don't do this. Thank you for your concern, Nash, but I'll be fine. Yeah, you can't convince anybody, Nash. I used to think a lot about how powerless I was, Nash. Mia, that's not true. I was born to take over the Magic Guild. I was reminded of it every day of my life. But the more I pondered my destiny, the more certain I was that I could never fulfill it. I knew I could never be a great leader like my mother. Triple ellipsis. I was drowning in my own fear and uncertainty, Nash, but not anymore. I finally realized what I should have known so long ago. I have to live in the present. I can't be worried about what could be or what might be. I'm going to do whatever I can to make a difference right now. Triple ellipsis. And when the time comes to take over the Magic Guild, I know I'll be ready. Mia, you've always been strong, but As the next leader of the guild, I'll do my best to protect our world from another galleon. No matter what happens, Alex, I will protect Mia. Triple ellipsis. Okay. It's funny to think about the way I am now and the way I used to be, isn't it? It's been like 2 weeks. Tomorrow's the day, Jess. Tomorrow's the day we take on the baddest guy in the history of the world. So, you think we're just going to scrape out a victory, or will we completely embarrass him? I think you're as overconfident as always, you big fool. Stop it, you're getting me all excited. Triple ellipsis. Kyle, what's wrong? Before we go, Jess, I have to tell you something. I have to tell you that I can't hear you, Kyle. Your voice is trailing off. It's nothing. He's gone over to Xenosaga. What? Come on, Kyle. You can't tease me like that. Tell me. I said it's nothing, Jess. Now be quiet and leave me alone. Be quiet? Is that how you treat the woman to whom you were about to confess your love? Love you? How could anyone love your squeaky voice and your bad attitude? She doesn't have a squeaky voice. How is she voiced in the Japanese? I'm gonna have to listen to that. My attitude is just fine until you open your big mouth, Kyle. Probably is squeaky in the Japanese, dub if... Yeah, because that tends to be the way they just direct every woman to act their character. Unless they're older, then they get a deeper voice. My attitude is just fine until you open your big mouth, Kyle. I bet those two have been fighting with each other since the first time they met. Alex, it's getting late. Why don't we go to sleep? That way, we'll see Luna even sooner. That's a good idea. Oh, so I can't talk to them to get their other dialogue? Ah, patience, boy. Delays are temporary, but mediocrity is forever. Nya. Yacht. All ninjas must die. What are you doing over here, Nash? Triple ellipsis. Face it, Alex, even our combined strength isn't enough to match Galleon's power. It doesn't matter whether or not you're the Dragon Master. Nothing matters now. Nash? I talked to all of Nash and we're done. My work is done. Excellent, let's go thrash ourselves one Magic Emperor. If we hurry, we could probably be home in time for dinner. Don't get too cocky, Kyle. We're going to be fighting Galleon and the Vile Tribe on their home turf. Doesn't matter where we fight him, Jessica, we're gonna win. Triple ellipsis. Yeah, he's pulling a Gojo. Nah, we'd win. Nash, what's wrong? I can tell something is troubling you. We're going to fight Galleon. We're going to fight Galleon. Ha ha ha. I've never heard anything so absurd in my life. Nash. You've all seen Galleon's power, and you're deluding yourselves if you think you can beat him. If you travel to the frontier, you're all going to die. Don't any of you understand that? Nash, why are you saying this? What's wrong with you? What? Galleon knows everything, Mia. I've been reporting to him since the beginning. I'm gonna tear you to shreds, you two-faced whiny little runt. I'm not letting you go to the frontier, Mia. I won't let you throw your life away. What a fucking audio line to put in there. That's just like fucking watching Mach Go Go Go, which is the Japanese name of a speed racer over here in the West, where the guy apparently is supposed to be a race car driver, but they do zero racing, and he just goes around and troubles all the locals and starts getting in fights with them and beats them up and is like, well, what the hell's even going on? It's just an amazing comedy to watch. Well done, Nash. Very well done. Triple ellipsis. I've only one question. Which one of you wants to bleed first? I'll never forgive you for this, Nash. Never. Only yourselves to blame. You're prisoners of foolish ambition. This is starting to feel like the point where the hero's adventure goes south. No, we're going north, right? This can't be happening. I'm sorry, Mia. Touching, but unnecessary, Nash. You made the only rational choice. The hell was he thinking? What the hell has he done? Triple ellipsis. He's told Galleon about everything we've done. And now he's telling Galleon that we're going to the frontier. Triple ellipsis. That damn brat destroyed my engine. I assure you won't be all easy to repair. That engine was a masterpiece. So what are you saying? We can't go to the frontier? Not unless you happen to know more about engine repair than I do. Huh. Of course we don't. Who says we have to repair it at all? What do you mean, Kyle? Why fix it when we could replace it? Of course, we could use the engine from Shira's balloon. Shira? No. I assure you that anything made by him is entirely unsuitable. Sorry, old man, but we don't have time to wait for you to make repairs. Let's go back to Reza and look for the balloon. Triple ellipsis. Alright, I guess we have to go do that. Can I not teleport to the top of Myght? It just says Myght. To the top of Might's tower. If I could and I walked through that fucking dungeon... Why would I go to Reza? I thought I was supposed to go to the other town. I'm a little confuzzled right now. Is it Eluk? Alright. Okay, so yeah, if you go up here in the PlayStation version and talk to this idiot, he will give you... Wait. I thought I was supposed to get this later, but I guess I got Mia's bromide from this dude. Oh no! Please don't take my pretty picture away from me. Don't take away my reason for living. Triple ellipsis. Mia, I beg you. I need to gaze upon your flawless form. Triple ellipsis. Alright, take it. But know that you could have saved my life today. If I ever catch you with this smut like this again, I'm going to take your life, Spank Boy. I don't know who's scarier when she's angry, Jessica or Mia. Okay, it's a different bromide then. So they didn't, that was supposed to be there, I guess. So what did we get? She's blushing down there. Magical morning shower. Alright, let's just give that to Null because that's clogging up Alex's inventory. And what does it look like? How exactly do you get a picture like this? I'm just saying. And that's like a serious invasion of privacy or something. Not that I'm complaining, but it's better in our inventory than his. Mike's building an airship. Great. This is my big chance to impress him. If I can improve my balloon's engine, it'll be even better than his design. Where's the wreckage of the balloon? We crashed in Reza, so it's gotta be in the Thieves' Bazaar. Mike never changes, does he? Okay, so we did have to go to Reza after all. Let's get that world map music in here. Good stuff. Alright, so we gotta go abduct it from the Thieves Guild. Maybe we should talk to Lily again. Lunar. Yeah, it's after all this stuff that we're about to do, if we talk to her after that, because we will be coming back here, she'll give us an accessory, hopefully. Balloon? Balloon. You just want the engine of the airship, huh? Alright, it's all yours for 30,000 bucks. What? Do you know how much brew I could buy with that kind of money? Yeah, are you loony? I don't really care if you get the engine or not, but I'm not the one who needs it, am I? Okay, so we apparently have to give it to him so we can get the balloon engine. Alright, thanks kids. The Thieves Guild is going to make me Employee of the Month. You're despicable. How are you Employee of the Month in a Thieves Guild? somebody else could just steal it right out from under you. Alright, do I need to talk to the guy back in, You know what, let's just go talk to him. Extra step if it's not necessary, but... Let's just go back to iLook so we get some more of the map music. You know, I can't really remember Lunar 2's map music, so maybe it's not as memorable. I see, you're going to take my balloon engine to Myght. I consider that engine my masterwork. But Myght is very tough to impress. I wonder what he'll think of it. Alright, tell me this teleports me to the top of Might's tower. Hell yeah! Alright, we gave him the balloon engine. This is Shira's engine. I hate to admit it, but it's good. Not as good as mine, I assure you. Bah, he could have been a great inventor with more training, but never mind that now. I'll go upstairs and install this into the airship once I make it perfect, which won't take long. You and your friends can wait here, and I'll remind you all not to touch anything. Nya! This is great, Alex. We're finally gonna make it to the frontier. What's this? Why haven't you all taken off yet? We just had top 10 anime betrayals. Because Nash destroyed the engine of the airship. He's been working for Galleon all along. That's terrible. So what about the airship itself? He's like, but anyway, it's fine. Myght is upstairs installing the engine from our first balloon. Well then, there's nothing left for us all to do but wait. I guess we could talk to them again? Alex, you have to understand that Nash was thinking with his heart. In his mind, he didn't believe he was betraying us. He was protecting us from harm. I know how she feels, but what Nash did was so wrong. I believe in Nash. I have to believe in him. Oh, maybe she has feelings for him. But he was like, check this out. Because it would hurt me too much inside if I couldn't. Absolute comedy. Nash is an idiot. How could he not understand the grief he's causing Mia? He should have thought about the consequences of his actions. Since when did Kyle become an expert on relationships? Next time I see Nash, I'll have to beat him senseless. This is gonna be fun! I'm gonna claw Nash's eyes out the next time I see him. It's just not what he's done to us, it's what he's done to Mia. When she's angry, Jessica's more like a cat than I am. I thought that little punk was our friend. I trusted him, and he blew it. Alright. The frontier is a cursed land. I don't know what's out there, Alex. No one does. Are you certain you're ready to venture out there? Of course. Ho, ho, ho. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Alex. In fact, there are times when I wish I was as brave as you. Looks like Myght has an announcement to make. I'm using my telepathy to figure this out. Airship's complete. Come upstairs and have a look at aerodynamic perfection. So, we have won? Got anything else to say for yourself, Lake? With the power of the 4 dragons, Galleon might well be invincible. But only if you try to fight him on his terms, Alex. You have a measure that cannot be measured. Or you have a power that cannot be measured. And that Galleon can never steal from you. Do you understand what that power is, Alex? Do you know how to use it? Triple ellipsis. I know you think I'm just a babbling old man, Alex, and you're probably right. But I hope you can at least draw some useful advice out of my ranting and raving. And we will go up here and we'll crush everything. But we don't really need Nash because we have basically a full party of every role that we need. You know, attacker, tank, or tank, healer, and mage. Given time, I could design and build a far superior airship, but this will have to do. I can hardly wait to see the look on Galleon's face after I stick my boot up his pooter. Why would you do that, man? I hate to admit it, but Kyle's confidence is infectious, isn't it? I don't understand why they're so excited about what we're going to do, Alex. There's nothing cheerful to me about the thought of taking someone's life. Unless it's Nash's. And all going there with murderous intent. Don't worry, Luna, we're finally coming. Alex, do your best. I will. All aboard. Next stop, the frontier. That airship definitely needs scan lines. Is that dithering right there in the doorway? God damn, take a drink and it goes down the wrong pipe. Quite an amazing resemblance. Was that Myght? The one between that Alex kid and you at that age. Really? I think it was a bit more stylish than that. Stylish? Bah, if you knew what style was, you would take off that beret. And burn the damn drag. Nya. Oh. He's just going through his French phase right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. I'm sorry you must undo what I have done. Good luck and Godspeed, friend.